Case 3 time. Did not think I'd finish Case 2 last night, but because I streamed till 5 in the morning, I managed to finish it. So I didn't really give my thoughts on it because I had to, like, bolt immediately. I think it was a very strong case overall. I think Roger Rettens was a great villain overall. Like, he had a really good motive. Like, not obviously justifiable, but he had a, like, believable reason for being the evil shit he was. Don't believe those videos do the very clickbaity titles and thumbnails for the most part. I mean, are you talking about Chubby Emu? Because the videos are pretty, like, they're pretty informative. They might be clickbaity, but he doesn't really exaggerate any of them. Like, when he says something ruined someone's life, it usually means they did not make a full recovery. You don't know who that is, though. Oh, okay. No, like, his videos seem clickbaity in the titles, but they are not. He's actually a very serious, like YouTuber slash, I guess he's a doctor? I don't know. He's a medical expert. Anyway, we're here. We're gonna start Case 3 of Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. We're probably not gonna get too far. I think we've only got about an hour and a half total, maybe a little less. But we're gonna see how much we can get through of this. And, yeah, this is the chapter when things start picking up. So you're gonna be getting a lot of backstory and a lot of revelations in this chapter. And then following it is the least consequential chapter in the entire series. Enjoy this part because the next part's the quote unquote worst part of the entire franchise. Keyboard was like bunched up. Worst part, what do you mean by that? Have you played Case 4 of this game? The Rite of Turnabout, Episode 3.
Wakey wakey, 201. Got some more questions. Sound the alarm! Prisoner 201's escaped!
Well, you know, with Dad's back on the streets, things will be on the up and up for us.
Keep your voice down. You want that rebel hunter to find us or something?
Come on, we're small fries compared to... Huh?
They dead. You never played any of the games. Okay. I'm not going to say what it is because, you know, a lot of people here haven't experienced it. The next case is considered one of the worst in the series because it's absolutely no relevance to anything. And it was kind of a meme for a while because there's a certain character that shows up in it that a lot of people simped for a good year or so. Ooh, it's warm in here. May 9th, 3:30 p.m. Temple. So this is about a week and a half, 2 weeks later. And we're back in Khura'in now. Another fine day in the kingdom of Khura'in. Just to establish that that's where we are right now. It's so peaceful here. Can't believe it's been 2 weeks already, but this place really is starting to grow on me. Best say it's a filler case. All Case 3s are filler. But this isn't a filler. It's Case 4 that's a filler. In this game. Still. Do you think they killed Payne after he lost? Sure was a rough start. Now to do what I came here to do. To see Maya. Her long ascetic training is finally coming to an end. But before it does, she said something about one last rite she has to perform today. Mr. Wright! Hapiraki! Hey, Albie. Hapiraki. Oh, you've mastered the traditional greeting of Khura'in! I don't know about that, but I guess all that practicing is paying off. Have you gotten used to life at the temple? I'm grateful they're letting me stay here, but the morning started a little too early for me. Yes, well, morning prayers do begin at dawn. After all, you can never pray too much. Daily devotion is very important here in Khura'in. Hats off to you guys. I don't know how you do it. And today's a special day, full of even more prayer than usual. There's nothing better in this world than being able to pray to your heart's content. I can think of a few things I'd rather do. So what makes today so special anyway? Heading to bed, Kyle? Alright, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. You mean you don't know? Today's the Purification Rite. It's only performed once a year. We get this guy called the Batter, and he throws his onion rings everywhere. That's what Maya must have been talking about on the phone yesterday. Wonder what her role in this is. So what exactly is Maya going to be doing this Purification Rite for? What? She didn't tell you? She's playing the role of Lady Kira. It's only the most important part of the entire rite. It's unprecedented to have a foreigner play such a key role. Wow, that's really something. It really is. Helping out such an amazing person has been the greatest honor of this humble tour guide's life. So who is this Lady Kira you mentioned? Allow me to explain. Once upon a time, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, there lived a female warrior who fought valiantly to establish the kingdom of Khura'in. Let me stop you right there. Is something wrong? No, it's just, I get the feeling I'm in for a really long story. Yeah, I'd say it normally takes about 2 hours to tell. Whew, dodged a bullet there. Oh, right, you're supposed to finally see Miss Maya today. The story can wait then. In the meantime, you could read up on the rite with this. An English guidebook? Where did you dig this up from? Found it just lying there in the temple library. Figured no one's using it, so I borrowed it. Hey, this book belongs to Maya. See, there's her name on the back. Guess there's no harm in keeping this for a while, then. Wright's Guide, a guide to Khura'inese rites written for tourists. Miss Maya should already be at the site where the rite is to take place. Let's go, to the Plaza of Devotion. Wonder if Maya's matured any since I last saw her. My all-important badge, proof of my profession. Oh, there's a lot of pages to this. High Priest, Staging Area, Priestess, Curtain, Full Moon. Purification Rite is a 3-part ceremony held when the moon is directly over the summit of Mount Pony Pony. It begins with the Transformation Rite. The High Priest reads scripture, while a priestess dons the robe of Lady Kira, which have been purified with incense. Next is the Rite of Water, in which the priestess enters the spring dressed as Lady Kira, and the High Priest purifies both Lady Kira and her dagger. The ceremony ends with the Rite of Fire, in which the priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul. The two then devote themselves to prayer until the rite comes to a close 2 days later at noontime. So basically the whole thing's a fancy way for Lady Kira to take a bath once a year? Must be nice to be her. Is it really written in there? Is that really written like that? I'll be your guide. This industrious young monk is both a monk in training and the Khura'inese tour guide. Page 9, still. So interesting, I mentioned this before, but this game handles the case, timeline a little differently. Like in all the other games, it's usually like a month or two between cases. In this, it's only been 2 weeks, and we've done 3 cases. That's slower than the Edgeworth games, but quicker than any of the regular Ace Attorney games. It's on a mountaintop, so it might get a little cold, though. I think I could handle it. There have been a lot more tourists this year than last. And your tour guide business must be booming. It is. But I have more important things to do right now. Namely, helping you, Mr. Wright. I think I'll tip him a little extra for his help later. Let's head over to where the Purification Rite will be held. What sort of rite is it? We'd wind up missing a whole day of the rite if I were to explain it. In that case, I think I'll just go see it for myself. Wow, what a beautiful badge! It's the attorney's badge we use in my country. Kinda looks like a sunflower to me. Yup, and I'm pretty sure there's even a reason for it. Please do explain, Mr. Wright. Maybe next time. Should have known he'd ask me to explain. Is this some sort of new tourist souvenir? Sorry, but no. Oh, sorry to be such a disappointment. I should offer a prayer now and then since they're letting me stay here. Let's see. May there be a slightly softer futon tonight. And may tomorrow's breakfast be a little bigger. I'm impressed by your prayerful heart. Prayers at the heart of Khura'inism, after all. May the Holy Mother's blessings be upon you. Oh, thanks. I feel kind of bad. What are those buildings over there? Those are training halls. Monks continuously undergo rigorous training there, day in and day out. You could try it out for a day if you'd like. They do really interesting stuff, like meditating while standing on their heads. That's really okay, Albie, thanks. This is a really gorgeous spring. You have an excellent eye for beauty, sir. This is the Guiding Waters, the centerpiece of our temple tour. It's a sacred pathway for people's mitama, so don't ever wade into it. Why? What would happen if I did? I don't think we should even be talking about this. Just don't go in it, okay? What's the worst that could happen? We're okay for now, right? As long as we stay out of the water? I don't think there's anything else here. Nothing particularly interesting here. Plaza of Devotion. May 9th, Plaza of Devotion. It's so cold. It's like the air itself is made of ice. But look at all these people. Well, this is the day we come to offer prayers to Lady Kira, the protector of our land. It's amazing to see how devoted everyone is. Devoted, right. But couldn't they just as easily do all this praying someplace warmer? This too is part of our religious training. It helps us build strength of spirit and willpower. Further up at the end of those stairs is the inner sanctum. Eagle. I see. Everyone I've met so far seems deeply religious. Of course we are. After all, Khura'in is also known as the land of prayer. It's said that we Khura'inese spend an average of 15 hours a day in prayer. What? 15? From the moment we wake to the moment we fall asleep, our hearts are always in prayer. You see all the square flags around here? They're known as prayer flags. They contain the prayers of our people. Oh, he's talking about these colorful strips of cloth. Something written on each of them. Such piety is the glory of our people, and piety. Is it piety or it's piety? I'm afraid that story's going to have to wait for another time, Albie. Maya should be here any minute now. Oh yeah, you're right. Can't wait to see Miss Maya again. Pardon me, O noble traveler.
How do you fare, Mr. Wright? It's been many a day.
Who might you be? Maya?
Miss Maya, Hapiraki. Hapiraki, Albie. And you, Mr. Wright. May the Holy Mother guide you on your journey. Oh, thanks. Long time no see, Nick. Well, did I surprise you with my act? Yeah, you could say that again. This is Maya Fey. She's a spirit medium from Khura'in village back home. She was also my assistant for quite some time. But that was many years ago. Her ability to channel spirits saved me more times than I can count. I sure miss those days. She's grown up so much, yeah. It was a ton of fun being the real boss of Wright & Company law offices. Now she's here, training to be the leader of Khura'in village and the master of her craft. Apparently to become the master of Khura'in channeling technique, you have to train here in Khura'in, since this is where the technique originated. The Frieza pointing. Didn't I just sound like a pious nun when you saw me just now? Too bad that's about all I learned from all the training I did. You haven't changed a bit, Maya. Huh? And what's that supposed to mean? She may look a little more mature on the outside, but inside she's the same old Maya. Actually kinda glad for that. Maya Fey, age 28, a practitioner of the Khura'in channeling technique. We used to take on all sorts of cases together. What a magnificent gate. You could tell it leads to someplace sacred like the inner sanctum. Sadly, only holy people are allowed through there. And here I am, hoping to show you just how amazing I've become during the rite today. All that spiritual power I built up during my training is going to rush out like a raging river. Yeah, just try not to overdo it, okay? I love this like chill version of her theme. Albie said these are called prayer flags, and the prayers written on them are carried throughout the kingdom by the wind. Now, if I were to pray for something, it would be for me to not get dragged into any more trouble than I already have been. Anything different over here? No. Wow, no one's moved a muscle. Those people will stay in that position and pray for 2 days straight, Mr. Wright. 2 days straight? Glad I'm not then. And I get to be Lady Kira. Maya, don't be rude. Damn it, every time.
Don't be rude, Toho.
No.
We're jumping onto white base!
You just hang in there, Nick. It's only 2 days after all. I don't recall signing up for this part of the tour. You know what they say, when in Rome. Now I understand the saying, there's no place like home. Let's play Find the Pro Tag here. Who do you think's the only relevant person among all these people praying? I don't think it's too hard to figure out. Maya. I heard what happened, Nick. Number 3? Yeah. You ended up in court almost as soon as you got off the plane, huh? Yeah, well, it's kind of a long story. I was the accused, but you should have seen Mr. Wright in action. He was amazing. Bet it was another one of your famous seat of your pants come from behind wins, huh? Well, I was almost found guilty any number of times. Okay, so it wasn't my finest hour, so sue me. You haven't changed a bit either, Nick. Ouch. Definitely stings more when it's coming from her. So I guess you finished the bulk of the training needed to become the master, right? Oh, you mean the special meditation course for increasing spiritual power? Or the ISP? Yep. I've completed the full 2 years. Can finally go home once I perform the purification rite today. Just coincidentally took 2 years, which is how long this trilogy has taken so far. Explains why she's not in the 4th or 5th games. Actually, I was wondering why they were having a foreigner conduct one of their sacred rites. Well, the High Priest's wife usually conducts it each year, but with her baby on the way, it's just more than she could handle. So the High Priest practically begged me to stand in for her this year. Well, you may not know all of their customs, but with your training, I'm sure you'll do great. You bet. Just you watch, Nick. Going to be the best Lady Kira, guardian deity ever. Better throw in a few prayers for things to not end in a flaming disaster, then. Oh, hey! Congrats on getting your badge back, Nick. Thanks, Maya. Now you could go back to a life of bold-facedly bluffing the day away, every day. That's not exactly why I returned to the courtroom, you know. Hey, that's mine! Well, it was just sitting there in the temple's library, so Albie sort of checked it out for me. Hope it comes in handy, then. Oh, and by the way, the Maya Library of Guidebooks has a $2 a day donation policy. Guess Albie's entrepreneurial spirit is contagious. So about that guardian deity you'll be portraying today. What exactly are we talking about here? Like double Ds? Triple Ds? Well, first of all, Lady Kira isn't really a deity in the way we're thinking of them back home. She's a real person who fought to establish the Kingdom of Kharain a long, long time ago. Wow, so she actually existed. And now the Kingdom's people worship her as a guardian deity. They believe she appears to protect the Kingdom whenever it's in danger. Cloaked in a sacred robe, she's a champion of justice who defeats the Kingdom's enemies. That sounds like something you'd be into. I know, right? Who wouldn't want to be a kick-butt warrior who takes on evil with the wicked dagger? Right. Whatever floats your boat. Still, Lady Kira must be a popular deity if all these people are here for her. Yep. But there's more to it than just her popularity this year. There's more? So why is this Wright attracting such a large crowd this year? Because there's been actual sightings, you know, of the real deal. Allow me to explain. A mysterious figure clad in Lady Kira's robes appeared, just like in the legends, and she began capturing members of the Defiant Dragons right and left. You're kidding, right? They say it's only a matter of time till she gets their leader, the revolutionary Dirk, too. So Lady Kira's a rebel hunter now, huh? It's a bit hard to swallow, though. I mean, even if they are trying to disrupt the peace. I doubt the actions of a band of rebels can bring a legendary figure back to life. I didn't believe it at first either. But there's a real picture of her on the front of the page of today's newspaper. Sightings of her go back about 2 years. Those guys aren't dead. They were just captured. But this is the first actual picture of her to ever be taken. Can't believe someone was actually able to capture her on film. But couldn't this just be some Lady Kira fan? You know, like you, Maya? You mean like a cosplayer? Those rebels are no joke, Nick. They're trained in hand-to-hand combat and stuff. You think some regular cosplayer can take people like that dressed in a costume alone? That's why she has to be the real deal. It just gives me chills just thinking about it. Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. I bet Lady Kira's spirit possessed the sacred robe or something. A spirit possessing a piece of cloth? Maybe you should cut back on all those action superhero shows, Maya. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You've literally seen me channel spirits into my body multiple times. You're just jealous that I'm still young at heart. Got a real office to run now, so I gotta keep it real, right? I don't know who you're talking about, but that's definitely not me. You really lost your edge since I last saw you. Those spikes of yours have grown really dull. There's even one that's drooping. Can we leave my hair out of this? Anyway, I swear that the Lady Kira people have been spotting is the real deal. Besides, it's just so much more fun to believe it's true, you know? I can't believe you really buy all that. Although, I wonder who's under that robe. Newspaper from the morning of the Purification Rite reports on Lady Kira's activities, among other things. Mr. Wright, she's the talk of the town. She even gave me this great new food idea. It's gonna be like a soul bun, but based on Lady Kira. I'm calling it the Kira bun. Lady Kira returns to battle rebels. The Lady Kira-like figure that appeared 2 years ago remains a mystery. Some town elders see her as Lady Kira in the flesh. Such rumors are fueling the enthusiasm for today's Purification Rite. The thick white ice that froze the ground from the inner sanctum to the Plaza of Devotion until yesterday has melted. The rite can now go on as planned. We give thanks for the blessings of the Holy Mother and Lady Kira. Happy Miyaki. Police are asking for the kingdom subjects to be on the lookout for a male insurgent who escaped from Royal Penitentiary number 4 yesterday. They have more than 4 prisons in this kingdom? It's nuts. Let's talk about a Kira business strategy. Ha! Killa, Kira. Come on, Maya, just admit it's you running around dressed as Lady Kira already. I guess the jig is up. What? Is it really true, Miss Maya? Indeed, it is I, Lady Kira. After hundreds of years, I've returned in this lovely young lady's body. What? Only a minion of the Defiant Dragons could see through my disguise. Now, feel my wrath, foul lawyer. Hiya! Ow! Mr. Wright. Just kidding. I mean, come on. I may be dressing up as Lady Kira for the rite today. There's no way I could ever beat up one of those rebel types. I don't know, that was a pretty solid left hook you just threw. Oh, you were just trying to be funny. You really had me going there for a second. No one could be that naive, right? She still has the Steel Samurai spirit in her, yeah. Well, I hope you enjoy playing superhero at the rite today. Oh, when you put it that way, I'm even more hyped about it now than I was already. Bojangle. Oh, I hear the sound of the High Priest's footsteps. I better get going. His footsteps? During the rite, he wears these really big bells on his ankles. That way I know he's coming. Pretty handy, right? Well, see you later. Aren't they supposed to fade out? I don't like how they're like... That happened in the last case, too. Sadmahi just, like, popped out of existence. I doubt they're actually meant to be a stop slacking warning system for you, Maya. Miss Maya's always so bright and cheerful. Yeah, I'm glad to see she hasn't changed. As in at all. Wonder if this means her training's all been for naught. I hope not. Ah, it's Acolyte Zealot. Acolyte Zealot? Boop. Look, he's the one praying in the red and saffron robe. If you guessed the red and saffron robe character, you are correct. He's a disciple of the High Priest, Abbot Inmee, and lives and trains in his house. At his house. See how he prays in the cold without moving a muscle? Yeah, I could never do that. Ah, it's Abbot Inmee. The purification rite's about to begin. So that's the sacred robe Maya will be wearing during the rite. Looks almost exactly like what that figure in the newspaper photo was wearing. Whoever it is must have worked really hard to copy it. Please, sir, it's not a good idea to stare like that. You could get struck behind. You could be struck blind. Just give me a few more seconds. I mean, this isn't something you see every day. Oh, those bells on the High Priest's ankles. They're a lot bigger than I thought they'd be. Mr. Wright, it's time to enter the prayer pose like everyone else. Those who don't will suffer the wrath of the Holy Mother. Okay, let's see. First I kneel down and cross my ankles, and then I bow forward. Ow! Great. Now all I can see is the ground, and my back is killing me. Really should have trained for this, sir. Wait a sec. How long are we supposed to stay like this, Albie? The rite requires that we stay like this until the day after tomorrow. That's 2 whole days. I don't feel so... Ooh. Mr. Wright, are you okay, sir? Somebody help! Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright! Please, you have to get up. Oh, my aching... Albie? Where are we? The High Priest's house at the foot of the Plaza of Devotion. Guess I passed out from that back pain. They must have carried me all the way here. Something terrible's happened. It's Miss Maya. She's... Oh, just follow me to the Plaza of Devotion. Something must have happened while I was passed out. Miss Maya, she's been arrested! Who could have seen that one coming? What? May 10th, 8 a.m., Plaza of Devotion. It's been a whole day. Where's Maya? Just take it easy, alright? But I'm telling you, I haven't done anything wrong. This is like the 3rd or 4th time she's been accused of murder? Yeah, let's see, case 2. Case 2 of the 2nd game. And, I mean, technically, the final case of the 3rd game, she was the suspect at the very end of it, but, I mean, I guess Iris was still technically the suspect. But yeah, as in terms of official indictments, this is the 3rd time. You can talk all you want back at the station. Let me go! Maya! Nick, I didn't kill him! I swear I didn't. Quiet, you. Come along peacefully or suffer the consequences. Wait a second, what on earth is going on? I don't know who you are, but if you don't get out of my way... Hey, back off, officer. Look who it is. Emma? Emma Skye? What's she doing in Karine? I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright, but we're placing Maya under arrest. Alright, take her down to the station, but with respect, got it? Yes, ma'am. Nick! Coming over here so quickly? Well, it is about a week and a half after the last case. So what are you doing in Karine, Emma? It's a long story. Anyway, what are you doing in Karine, Mr. Wright? Same here. It's a long story, but we can get caught up later. Right now, I need to know what happened. Maya is, well, under arrest for the murder of the High Priest. Wait, the High Priest was murdered? Acolyte Zealot is really in the zone. Oh, you mean the monk who's been living at the victim's home? Yeah, he hasn't moved a muscle even though his teacher's been murdered. Guess he's so deep in prayer he's not aware of what's going on around him. Wow, even with the murder, all these people here are still praying. They're so into it, they wouldn't notice anything you did to them. You mean like taking their fingerprints? Huh? Who would ever do something like that? Emma, you didn't. What if they need to pee? Well, I mean... there are options. That's a befitting gate for the path to the inner sanctum. It's apparently considered a sacred object to the people of Khura'in. I wasn't even allowed to dust it for prints. So even applying a little fingerprint dust to it would be sacrilegious, huh? I guess so. But I applied some luminol on it instead when no one was looking. Sounds like an invitation for the Holy Mother to strike you down later, Emma. Congrats on your return to the legal world. I wanted to congratulate you sooner, but I never had the chance. Thanks, Emma, and congratulations to you, too, on becoming a forensic investigator. Thanks. Oh, I know. Let's celebrate by dusting your attorney's badge for fingerprints. Or how about we do a luminol test on it? I think I'll pass on both, but thanks. It's been ages since you presented evidence to me. Remember when we worked that one case together? I seem to recall a thin layer of fingerprint powder on every piece of evidence then. Well, I guess they get that way from time to time now, too. As enthusiastic as ever, huh, Emma? I wonder how much Wright actually saw Emma, because it's implied that Emma did give him the hidden camera he had in Apollo Justice on his hat. And it's also implied that she's met Maya, so they've probably met more than a few times. What happened? What happened, Emma? Please, tell me everything you can. Well, basically, there was a murder during the rite as it was being performed last night. The victim is Tahrust Inmee, the high priest who was presiding over the rite. Trust in me. Wait, hold on. Last night? You mean to tell me an entire day's passed since the purification rite? That's right, sir. You passed out for a whole day from your back pain. Never knew my back's acting like a ticking time bomb. Better take better care of it. No shrimping. How do I look, yellow man? The murder took place at the inner sanctum where the rite is being held. Oh, that was Emma saying that. The inner sanctum. It's the place where the spirit of Lady Kira is enshrined. Wait, I gotta get the sound ready for when it comes back down. Through that gate over there and up to the top of the mountain stairs just beyond. Perfect. Oh, so that's why everyone's offering their prayers in that direction. Abbot Inmee and Miss Maya went up to the inner sanctum to begin the rite. Just after they finished the prayer you fainted in the middle of. So, who do you think killed the High Priest? Unfortunately, Maya is our sole suspect right now. During the rite, the inner sanctum was off limits to the general public. So only the High Priest and Maya could have been there when the murder occurred. Thanks, Wolfshe. I pride myself on my funny sound effects. Right, plus the inner sanctum is on the side of a very steep mountain. The only way up that's up there is the stairway that starts here at the Plaza of Devotion. So that's why she's been arrested. Also, the crime scene was only discovered after Maya came down alone. She's the one who told the worshippers in the plaza that the High Priest was dead. And she made a police statement to that effect. So she was the first one to discover the body. Well, that certainly doesn't help. That makes it even less likely that someone else was there at the crime scene. Mr. Wright, sir, are you going to defend Miss Maya? Yes, of course. There's no way she killed anyone. Yeah, I don't believe it either. She's been framed. But this really is something else, huh, Mr. Wright? I mean, who'd have thought you'd have to take on that horrible court again? Tell me about it. Never thought I'd have to go through another trial, where the divination seance determines all and defense lawyers are unwelcome. Emma. So what brings you here, Emma? Back in the US, I was working a case with an international prosecutor from Khura'in. He told me this is where I could see the latest techniques in international forensic science. Can't believe I fell for it. I mean, just look at this place. It's like we've gone back in time. Yeah, I can't say I've been impressed with the police work I've seen so far. Still, he said he takes on cases from around the world. So maybe next time he'll have one in a major city somewhere. Sounds like this prosecutor's taken a liking to you, Emma. After all, it's not every day a prosecutor takes a detective with them overseas. I wonder. He's calm and kind and almost always has a smile on his face. But it's hard to tell what he's really thinking. This international prosecutor, is he the one who handled Trucy's case? Yes, he is. I take it he'll be the prosecutor on this one, too. Yes, Prosecutor Sadmahi's already been assigned. Prosecutor Sadmahi? Polkunka! You know him, Albi? Of course, everyone in Khura'in does. He's a highly revered individual, both as a prosecutor and a monk. If you go up against Prosecutor Sadmahi, you'll incur the Holy Mother's wrath. But it's my job to, as a lawyer. Oh, right. Sorry. Just great. A prosecutor is also a revered monk in a deeply religious country. This trial's shaping up to be even more uniquely Khura'inese than the last one. I'm not sure I should be saying this, but he's a formidable opponent. Yeah, I heard Apollo had a really tough time, so I better give it everything I've got. Anyway, I'm glad you're here, Emma. They treat lawyers like criminals here. Come to think of it, Prosecutor Sadmahi mentioned something to that effect. I'm not sure how much I can help, but I'll do what I can. Really? Are you sure you aren't going to get in trouble for helping the enemy? He did come down on me pretty hard when I tried to help Trucy in that last trial. Let's just say, I'll help where I can. Thanks, but don't go getting yourself in trouble on my account, okay? Prosecutor Sadmahi sounds pretty strict. So first things first, let's start with this. Hot off the press, it's the High Priest's autopsy report. Cause of death was blood loss from an abdominal wound delivered by a bladed weapon. Victim bled to death from a deep stab wound to the abdomen. Time of death May 10th between 2 and 3 a.m. Wound appears to have been inflicted by the Warbad dagger used in the right. The murder weapon is believed to be Lady Kira's Warbad dagger. It's used during the rite, however the dagger is yet to be found. Lady Kira's dagger, huh? I think Maya mentioned something about a dagger. Who wouldn't want to be a kick-butt warrior who wait, why am I reading the flashbacks? Isn't that rebel hunter posing as Lady Kira also armed with a dagger? Of course, hers must be a replica, right? Would it be okay for me to go take a look at the crime scene, Emma? Police have already wrapped up their investigation, but the location itself is off-limits to the general public, so I'm not sure. Emma, please, I'm begging you. Just like the police, I need access if I'm to mount a viable defense. Can I make a clip of that moment? The link didn't show up in chat. It's fine, I'll see the clip after the stream, if you made a clip of it. Alright then, leave it to me. I'll explain the situation to Prosecutor Sadmahi and the police later. Thanks, Emma. You have quite a climb ahead of you, so be sure to watch your step. Wait, you're not coming with me? Oh no, I'm not climbing up there again. No way. Is it really that bad? I wonder if my back can handle it. You get to go to the inner sanctum? Oh, you're so lucky, Mr. Wright. Why don't you join me, Albie? That's crazy talk, sir. If a commoner like myself were to set foot in there, I'd surely be cursed for all eternity. Because the inner sanctum is off limits for you, huh? Oh well, guess I'll just have to face this all by my lonesome. By the way, what about all the people still praying here? Aren't they going home? The customs of this rite require that they not move from this spot until tomorrow afternoon. It doesn't faze them to have police milling about. Some of them are even off-duty cops. Wow, guess this is what it feels like to live in a deeply religious society, huh? The victim's name was Tahrust Inmee. He bled to death from a stab wound in the abdomen. Guess that blade was Tahrusted in him. And the killer? At the moment, our only suspect is the person who was with them at the time. In other words, Maya. Boo, boo. -2. Leave. Wow. Hey, Atman. How you doing? -5? Can't do that. Getting that shirt that says I got pregnant on the Northern Lion Super Cruise and now I'm expecting +2. Sorry, that's the last Super Cruise joke I'm gonna make. That's not even mine, to be fair. That's not my joke. What was I gonna check? Tahrust Inmee, age 42. Oh my god, I'm almost as old as him. Kharianist High Priest in charge of the rites of Lady Kira. Killed during the Purification Rite. Nayuta Sadmahi, age 25. A Kharianese prosecutor and monk. He's also known as the Last Rites Prosecutor. Detective with a love of science. She's finally achieved her dream of becoming a forensic investigator. Age 27. Holy mother, strike this bird brain. I get struck and I get turned into the big fat bird. Oh yeah, this place has a different detention center theme than the American one. Looks like Maya's still being questioned. I'll just have to come back again later. Why does that guard keep eyeballing me? I can't let him get to me. Can't let him get to me. Ah, he's doing it again! There's a bell here. Wonder if it's for calling the guard. See, Phoenix doing that does not strike me as in character. That's the kind of thing Maya or Trucy would do. Or Athena. Don't do that unless you need something, you lawyer. Sorry, I didn't even get to say anything. I love the little dust particles here. May 10th, Inner Sanctum. 3D! Even that's a stolen bit, too. Damn it. That's Crystal whenever she was playing one of the 3D Ace Attorney games. I cannot make a joke without someone else making it first. Look who it is. Ugh, it's really high up. I'm really cold. What did I do to deserve this? At least I made it. Better get started while I can still feel my fingers. Hmm? Who's that? Kind of looks like... we have to talk to her first. Excuse me. Didn't she steal it from GameStack when they talked about 3D and 2.5D games? I don't know. It's literally just someone saying 3D in like awe of a 3D camera pan, which she did a lot during the 2 3DS games when she streamed them. It's you. Do you even know where you are? Barbed head. Of course I do. May I ask why you're here, your benevolence? I came to pray for the High Priest's soul. But what are you doing here? This is one of the most sacred spots in Kharianism. Unscrupulous lawyers such as you have no business being here. But I'm not unscrupulous. Quiet. You dared to find fault with my insights at every turn the other day. She's still sore about that trial? What is this badge you bear? It's a sunflower pin. They're quite popular in my country. It is rather cute, I must say. Actually, it's just my attorney's badge. Oh, so you mean it would have actually been worth more as a cheap accessory? My profession is worth more than $1.20, you know. That is a book from your land, is it not? Yes, it's a guidebook about Kharian that was written by people back home. Oh, so there are people in your land who know of our fair kingdom. I imagine it must say something about me in there, correct? Actually, yes, it says the dance of devotion is performed by an adorable little princess. How dare they write me off as though I were a child? Hey, I'm just reading what it says. though she does seem secretly pleased. What a dreadful way to die. Did you know the High Priest, Your Benevolence? Yes, he was a pious priest of Khura'ism. Bleh. As such, he had the trust of the entire kingdom. You could say they Tahrusted in him. The entire kingdom? Really? Yes, but what do you know of faith and trust? You who can never hope to match his virtue. It is like comparing the moon to a pebble, or the sea to a puddle. How did this suddenly become a game of pin the diss on the lawyer? A dama for your thoughts? Ugh, get that thing away from me. Alright, I'll just put it away then. Who told you to put it away? How am I to inspect it if you do that? Keep it out, put it away? I wish she'd make up her mind. Why do you keep looking away? I was thinking about investigating the scene. Well, you could do so later. You are speaking with me right now. As you wish, Princess. Yet the investigation will have to wait until she's done talking to me. As you know, Your Benevolence, a murder has occurred, and I need to investigate. But we know the killer is one of your own. In my country, suspects are innocent until proven guilty. That's not really how the court system works there, Phoenix, in this world. Plus, she's a serious student of spirit channeling who came here to study, so you can at least give her a chance to explain what happened? Whoa. All practitioners from overseas are big phony balonies. And her wish to train in the homeland of spirit channeling is but a bid for prestige. Seems like nothing I say will convince her otherwise thanks to that last trial. Tweedledum and Tweedledee really did a number on her impression of foreigners. As a defense attorney on this case, I really need to investigate this crime scene, and I need to do it now. I've even been authorized by the police, so... What's this? You intend to make a mockery of our sacred Hall of Justice once more? No, I simply want to defend my client. Which means you have come to forge evidence, then. I knew all lawyers were criminals. I must now redouble my vigilance. Ouch, that's unfair. Who taught you to demonize a whole group of people, anyway? My mother and father. Do you have an issue with their parental guidance? No, I would never dare criticize the royal couple. Still can't imagine what lawyers here must have done to garner such hatred. Oh-ho! I just had the most wonderful idea, Barbed Head. Why do I have a bad feeling about that glint in her eye? The most wonderful idea. Hey, Ayla. Monkey. So what's this most wonderful idea of yours? If you are to investigate this murder, then I shall oversee your every move so as to prevent any misdeeds, naturally. What? You want to follow me around the entire time? Of course. Not that I want to, mind you. And I will not tolerate any objections. Understood? She can't do this to me. What was that, Barbed Head? Oh, no, it's nothing. Very well, then. Let us get this investigation over with. Mustn't stay here in the inner sanctum a moment longer than necessary. Please don't rush me. It is not without reason that I insist on a speedy investigation, Barbed Head. I am a direct descendant of the Holy Mother, you see, who guides the people of Khura'in. As such, I must not sully myself with the blood of a battle that Lady Kira bears. The blood of battle? If it's that big of a problem, why don't you head on down now? I won't do anything, I promise. No, lawyers are never to be trusted. Now make haste so we may leave here soon. Oh, and one more thing. What now? Your victory the other day was but a stroke of fortune. But this time, my insight shall reveal the absolute truth. So brace yourself for a defeat most bitter, lawyer. I will. Now I can get on with my investigation? As long as you know where we stand. I better hurry up and poke around for clues before she changes her mind. Whew! Could you tell me about this place, Your Benevolence? I have nothing to say to you, lawyer. Is that because you don't actually know much about it? You ill-mannered... I'm the Crown Princess of Khura'in. There is nothing I do not know. Nana! Whoa, where'd she come from? Hey, no cheating! Silence, Barbed Head. Nana's knowledge is my knowledge. End of discussion. What is she, your pocket internet? This spring is where Lady Kira came to cleanse her body of the blood of battle. And today's purification rite is a ceremony that traces its origins back to those days. Cleansing Lady Kira's robe in the sacred water Cleansing Lady Kira's robe in the sacred water lends one courage for the next battle. I see. Thank you for that excellent explanation. Commoners are normally barred from here, except for the day of the rite. Who normally controls access to this place? The High Priest and his family are responsible for that. The High Priest and his family, huh? Could you tell me more about the High Priest and his family? Abbot Inmee lived with his wife and his disciple, Acolyte Pu'up. A young man the couple took into their home upon finding him near our kingdom's border. Speaking of his wife, isn't she the one who usually plays the role of Lady Kira? Yes, but as she is with trial, the role was appointed to someone else. The killer no doubt offered to stand in, as she saw it as a chance to slay the High Priest. No, you have it backwards. He was the one who asked Maya to stand in. Then that braggart must have embellished her qualifications. I'm really not sure how she could. Besides, why didn't you stand in for the High Priest's wife, then? Did I not tell you before? As a direct descendant of the Holy Mother, the role of Lady Kira is forbidden to me. For those descended of Her Holiness must not defile their bodies with the blood of battle. Oh yeah, you did say that, didn't you? Should probably talk with the High Priest's wife and Acolyte Zealot later. So apparently the Switch version of Pragmata, kinda has some chunky frame rates, which is not great. Which sucks, because that was the version I was gonna get. What an amazing wall painting. So this is Lady Kira. Look, she's got her pinky out. When in doubt, pinky out. Do you see that red mark upon her brow? That is the character for death in Kurai-Nese. It's a mark of resolve to fight to the end. There are many different marks we make on our bodies, each with a different meaning. Interesting. Come to think of it, you have marks on your face, Your Benevolence. So did the High Priest. The High Priest's marks are those of a monk, while mine are of a royal priestess. All members of the Quran clergy must have such marks upon them. The shape and location of the marks vary in accordance to conditions like status and age. And all records about them are kept at Temple. So it's kind of like a national ID registry, huh? Trust autopsy report updated. Is that a weapon in her hand? Yes, it is Lady Kira's dagger, the very same one used in the rite. It's made to resemble a warbod, the bird warbod, the bird Lady Kira fashioned herself after. So that dagger's the weapon that took the High Priest's life. If you wish to know more about Lady Kira, you need but ask. Get the feeling she's going to be super relevant to the case. Should definitely ask the princess for more details later. This mountain face is like a towering wall. There are characters carved into it, but I have no idea what they mean. There is a prison at the apex of this mountain. A prison? Way up there? It's said that Lady Kira laid those she defeated to rest atop this mountain, so that their souls would not spawn evil spirits. I'm feeling queasy just thinking about being all the way up there. And the fact that it's a prison just makes it worse. It's a lantern, and it's still lit. It's lit, fam. Of course it is. The sacred flames in the 4 lanterns here have burned for centuries. Anyone who extinguishes even one of them would be put to death immediately. So that's why they're outfitted with glass wind guards. Still, I better keep my distance, just in case. So the moon and these lanterns were the only sources of light up here that night. The rite is performed by the light of the full moon because moonlight is a purifying force. I see. No touching. I wasn't going to. Considering canceling my pre-order for the Switch 2 version because I couldn't get the amiibo, but it might be too late now. That's upsetting. Like, there was apparently... Well, we'll see. Maybe they'll patch it to... Because the thing is, it's not even that it runs at 30 FPS, it's that it's inconsistent. Like, it'll run at 40 and 50, and then drop to 30, which is kind of worse than just having a steady 30. That lantern looks broken, but it's hard to make out the details from this angle. Take a closer look when I'm in a better spot. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Hey, isn't this Lady Kira's robe? Oh, Holy Mother, Lady Kira's robe is... I know how you feel, but we should leave it as it is to preserve the crime scene. You imbecile, that is the actual robe Lady Kira once wore. It is? What the heck is it made out of? I mean, nothing should look this good after a few hundred years. Enough. If I say it's the actual robe, it is the actual robe. That foul murderer shall not get away with this. It's tough to see a piece of history sloppily tossed on the ground like this, though. It even looks like it's been mended a number of times. This robe kind of smells. How dare you insult such a sacred piece of clothing like that? No, I meant it smells like incense. Oh, I see. The scent you detected is from the sacred incense used to purify Lady Kira's robe. Whenever a rite is to be performed, the robe is first scented with sacred incense. If this still smells like incense now, the scent must have been much stronger last night when the victim was killed. Remember that for the divination sequence. It's been stained red by the High Priest's blood. The spring shall run red upon Lady Kira's return. What's that from? An old legend. Wait, does that mean that the rebel-hunting Lady Kira in the newspaper is the real deal? Nah, that's crazy talk. Whoa, this is blood. This is a statue of a war bod, the bird on which Lady Kira based her appearance. And all this blood is from the Wright High Priest, huh? He no doubt embraced the statue in the hope that Lady Kira would save him from death. May his soul rest in peace. Considering the amount of blood, he must have been stabbed with considerable force. But there's no way Maya would be strong enough to deliver such a blow. A blood-stained scrap of paper. Looks like some kind of letter, perhaps? But it's written Chinese, so I can't read a lick. Let me see that. Once the flame is lit, then... will be... This is simply impossible to read. Wait, what is it? This stamp in the lower right. It's the mark of those insurgents. The Defiant Dragons. The rebel group? What's it doing here? Is there some kind of connection between the High Priest and the rebels? Letter we found in the Inner Sanctum. A giant bloodstain makes it impossible to read in full. Looks like that about does it for this area. This rock must have fallen from higher up on the mountain. It's like a perfect perch for taking a peek over that curtain. Well, up I go. Wow, what an incredible view. It almost boggles the mind. Get down from there this instant. Right, sorry, I'll be right down. Looks like the Inner Sanctum is just slightly higher up than the top of that mountain. So my hope is that Capcom patches Pragmata on Switch 2 to just have a steady 30 FPS mode. Because from what I've heard, it doesn't drop below 30. So if it comes at a steady 30, that'd be fine. And also, other people reviewed the Switch 2 version, said it's great. So I don't know. Guess that confirms that the stairs from the Plaza of Devotion are the only way up there. I think I'd better go take a closer look. There's no snow here. Maybe it was removed because it would interfere with the rite? The day before the rite, the temperature in this area plunged below freezing. Even the Plaza of Devotion was covered in a layer of white frost. Must be the elevation. Wasn't all that cold back in town, as I recall. Well, that was Phoenix saying that. Whoops. Second time I did that tonight. This lantern's damaged. The wind guard is completely broken. Damaged? Was that your doing? No, I didn't even touch it. Then perhaps a falling rock struck it. I will request that it be repaired when we are finished here. Of course, I doubt you will live long enough to see it restored. I'll be back to take a look. You'll see. The snow has obviously been cleared away here, and the lantern is broken. Still have that camera I brought to take pictures with of my trip. I should snap one of this area here, just in case. Shows an area of shoveled out snow and a lantern with a broken wind guard. Nothing else particularly interesting here. It's a statue of a bird. Guess I'll take a closer look at it. Look, the bird's missing its eye. I feel sorry for the poor fella. Are you the one who took it? Of course not. This statue's been here for ages. I suppose some damage is to be expected. I shall ask my mother to have it repaired. No wonder there are no lawyers left. I'd leave too if I were always treated like this. I don't think I'll find anything else of interest around here. During the Wright, the inner sanctum was fully enclosed by the ritual curtain, making this case something of a locked room mystery. Curtain around the perimeter of the sanctum, isolating it from the outside world. The entrance was shut during the rite. The purification rite is akin to a bathing ritual for Lady Kira. Therefore, it must be closed off from the outside world. Oh, so the inner sanctum is like her private bathroom. Indeed, so see to it that you keep it clean. This flap in the center acts as the ritual curtain's door, but that's about it. Eh! And what's that shrill scream for just now? It's just, I'm afraid of heights. Didn't notice I was climbing up, as I was climbing up. But now that I could see all the way down... Guess that flight of stairs from the Plaza of Devotion really is the only way up or down. There's something hanging off the ritual curtain here. These look like prayer flags down to the Plaza of Devotion. Except they are arranged like no prayer flags I've ever seen. How so? All these flags have been sewn together. Hey, you're right. It's like they're one big banner now. There's something written on a piece of it. Donated by Tahrust Inmee. Seems this piece is a donation from Abbot Inmee made at some point. Sanctum prayer flags. Prayer flags found at the outside the ritual curtain. They've been sewn together into a long banner. Already searched around here, but it never hurts to take another look around. It's weird to think that this is the year Apollo Justice takes place now, 2026. We're just a scant few months away from the murder of Shady Smith. Lady Kira. So could you tell me more about this Lady Kira? As an outsider, I suppose your ignorance is all but unavoidable. Whatever happened to all you need but ask? Nana? Lady Kira was the Holy Mother's younger sister. But unlike her older sister, she lacked the ability to channel spirits. However, it is said that none could equal her skill with a dagger. A dagger? Well, this became relevant fast. The Holy Mother guides our souls, and Lady Kira keeps the peace with her dagger. Lady Kira was prepared to die for her people. She cloaked herself in a sacred battle robe and concealed her face as her sister did. Okay, but who was she fighting against? Throughout our history, we've been set upon by rebels. Now is no different. For our enemy now is the Defiant Dragons, led by that insurgent, Dirk. So Lady Kira played a role akin to the police, huh? So what's with the bird imagery? Lady Kira's robes fashioned in the likeness of a war bod. It is a fearsome bird that is unique to Kharain. I see. And what about the recent rebel hunter, Lady Kira? What about the recent rebel hunter, Lady Kira? Who do you think she is? I have heard about her, but I've yet to ascertain the truth. However, I believe her to be a vigilante, or more precisely, a patriot. So even Princess Rafa doesn't know the true identity of the rebel hunter, huh? Speaking of patriots, I should stream Metal Gear Solid 3 at some point. I got, Delta when it came out, when it went on sale earlier this year. So I might stream to that at some point. That about does it for the Inner Sanctum. Should probably head back down to the Plaza of Devotion and let Emma know I'm done. After all, she's the one putting her neck on the line for me to investigate. The killer must have been the one they call Maya Fey. There could be no other. You never know, it's still pretty early in the investigation. She spent the time in the company of lawyers, so she must have a wicked soul. Thanks for reminding me how much people like me are hated in this country. It's only by the Holy Mother's mercy that you are allowed to investigate this sacred place. Remember that, and give thanks to Her Holiness for this great blessing at once. Oh, thank you, Your Holy Motherness. That didn't come out right. That seemed a little insincere. Shall we halt this investigation immediately? No, wait, I'm grateful, really. I wonder. It's gonna be worse than walking on holy eggshells. Well, are you going to conduct your investigation or not? I will. It's just, are you going to keep following me around like this? Of course, unless you intend to do something you feel you the need to hide. No, I do everything by the book. Then get on with it. I am not doing this for fun, you know. I too have many other duties I need to attend to. Then why don't you go do them instead of hovering over me? What's that look you're giving me? Am I perhaps being bothersome? No, don't be absurd. You're being incredibly bothersome. Wow, they're still praying. The religious devotion of our people is the pride of our kingdom. Come what may, they will continue to pray until tomorrow afternoon. Well, I will say this level of devotion is certainly to be respected. Now to find Emma. You there, wait. I want to ask you something. Azur Gabumon's rating you at the party of 4. Hey, Azu. How are you doing? You feeling better? Were you playing tonight, Rocket League? Yeah, you were. Or Splatoon. One or the other. Like Itchy. I wanted to ask you something. Okay. Do you know me? And do I know you? Well, I'm Phoenix. Phoenix Wright. I'm a lawyer. No! I want to know if you know who I am. Uh-huh. How should I know? I've never even seen you before. This guy's acting really strange. What if he has amnesia or something? Should talk to him a little more, just in case he's connected to this case somehow. Acolyte Zealot, still focused on his prayers. Is not such a devotion worthy of commendation? Still, he has not yet learned of the High Priest's death. When I think of how he will learn of it once the prayers are over. Yeah, it does seem cruel, doesn't it? To think I would witness a lawyer being allowed to pass through the sacred gate. Yeah, well, I wouldn't unless I had to. Those stairs were brutal to climb. What's this? Do you even know how many monks would give up their lives to pass through that gate? Be thankful for the great honor you've been afforded. Yes, your benevolence. Feeling a little sick, starting to feel a little better. Started with Rocket League, then did Splatoon 3, and then Digimon Cyber Sleuth to end the stream. Man, Cyber Sleuth. Now, there's a game that I haven't, never finished. I need to really get back to the Digimon games at some point. They're still praying? Now that's really something. It's called their absolute devotion to Lady Kira. But you don't have to pray to her, you don't have to pray to her, your benevolence? Our customs dictate that I must never associate myself with Lady Kira in any way. Instead, it's my duty to offer my prayers and dance to the Holy Mother every day. Why don't you try offering up a dance or two? I think you'll find it quite uplifting. No thanks, I'm good. My head. Are you okay? Did you remember something? My head is so itchy. What is with this guy? Finally got more than 3 hours of sleep because correct meds worked for the sick, chest sessions, and muscle sickies. This is for COVID, flu, hay fever, and pneumonia, and all negative, so that's a plus. Doctor said it's just a thing going on. Aw. Another franchise I love is Disgaea. It's an SRPG, also fun. I've played Disgaea 1 and 2. I've never played any of the others. I have a plushie of Prinny Curtis. This Tomodachi? No. It isn't. Wait, did I not change the thing? Oh, I never did. Whoops. Haha. That was so stupid of me, too. That's when I took my break. I should have remembered it. Gonna go cook now? Alright, Kate May Wider. Thank you for coming. Didn't notice either. No, it's not your fault, Azu. I fucked up by not changing it. It's whatever. No one's gonna care. A certain someone here streams without any categories at all, and I'm just like, why? Anyway, this is useless. What am I doing? Who are you? Are you having trouble remembering who you are? I'm sorry if I offended you. Lizard, 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 lizard. Whew, I thought he was going to pull a weapon on me. Damn, dude, you are munching those salamanders down. Sound very crispy. He's just pulling some snack out one after another. I'm trying to remember what I'm supposed to do. I know it's something important. Do you know this man or something, Barbed Head? No, I just said I'd never seen him before, didn't I? No, wow. Ugh. No, I just said I've never seen him before, didn't I? Are you Lady Kira? You know of Lady Kira? Then you are Kurainese, I take it. Maybe? Wait, are those lizards he's eating? What? You want one? No thanks, I just ate. Ah, now I remember. Get a load of this. Well? Well, what? I believe he suffers from a far more serious malady than memory loss. No good, huh? Guess I'll just try somebody else. So who was that man, and what did he want, Barbed Head? Wish I knew. Hey, Mr. Wright! What now? What's wrong? I didn't surprise you that badly, did I? Oh no, it's nothing. Actually, I've been looking for you. Wanted to tell you I investigated the crime scene. Hope it wasn't too much trouble getting my investigation of the Inner Sanctum approved. Oh, it was fine. Prosecutor Sadmahi gave his okay straight away. Seems like a rather fair-minded prosecutor. He said that you would probably give up once you saw the crime scene for yourself. And that moving on before the trial began would be the smart thing to do. He must be feeling really confident about his case. Well, just so you know, I have no intention of giving up. I figured. That's why I've prepared a little gift for you. Thought it might help you in your investigation. Here, it's all yours. Wanted to bring you a bunch of other forensic tools, but they were confiscated at the airport. Luminal testing fluid. This actually might come in handy. Also, I made a copy of the crime scene photo for you. Thanks, this will definitely come in handy. I like the... Paa'nts has a bijou emote? That's awesome. So this is what the High Priest's body looked like after the murder. I'll keep this along with the picture I took at the crime scene. Shows the High Priest's body, a shoveled-out area of snow, and a lantern with a broken wind guard. Oh yeah. They're done questioning Maya. Really? I should go pay her a visit then. Poor Maya. She must be feeling really lonely. Should let her know that I'll be defending her too. Oh shoot, look at the time. I have to get going. You sure seem busy. That's because his ephemeral holiness is a real slave driver. His ephemeral holiness? Prosecutor Sadmahi. He's like the world's hardest riddle wrapped in a flowy sash. Keep wondering if it's just a clash of cultures type thing, you know? Like he'll ask the most insane things of me without batting a single long eyelash of his. This Prosecutor Sadmahi sounds like he's used to holding some serious clout. Ugh, why do I have to have such bad luck with prosecutors? First it was the glimmerous fop, and now that I'm finally rid of that grating blind-loving Europhile, bling-loving Europhile, I get this guy. Oh no, now I'm really going to be late. They'll probably make me listen to one of those really long sutras again. See you later. Makes her listen to sutras? Sounds like Emma's got it pretty rough too. She does not appreciate Prosecutor Sadmahi's sutras. What ingratitude. It appears that she too is lacking in religious devotion. Cuteness and childhood memories make you feel so old. You know, I never watched Hamtaro when it was on Toonami. I only watched some episodes, like, long after it ended. I don't think that's what the problem here is. Besides, Emma's not even a Karainist. That man we just met, he seemed quite suspicious to me. Don't tell me he's an acquaintance of yours. Not everyone who's suspicious is friends with a lawyer or vice versa, you know? For example, I have many upstanding friends and acquaintances, like a chief prosecutor. Well, as long as your friends are free from the taint of corruption. They are, and not everything is about good and evil. Are you going to speak with that woman? If you mean Maya, then yes, there's something I need to talk to her about. Something like a jailbreak? And how exactly would we do that with you and a guard watching us like hawks? Purre Zealot. An apprentice priest living in the high priest's house. He's like part of the family, age 21. Question marks. A strange guy. You can't see his face on account of his beard. Pretty suspicious if you ask me. Uh-oh. Yeah, sometimes it just breaks. Nick, I knew you'd come. Maya, she sure looks tired. How you holding up? It wasn't me, but no one will believe me. Have to admit, I'm still in a bit of shock. Who'd have thought you'd get caught up in something like this, and so far away from home? But I'm going to defend you, so hang in there. I'm going to defend you, so hang in there. We can do this if we work together. This is all my fault. I mean, you came to Karain just to visit me. We hadn't seen each other in ages, and then this happens. Haven't seen her down in ages either. Come on, remember who you're talking to. Besides, I thought you'd be used to being the usual suspect by now. I guess you're right. And you've saved me each and every time. Yup, so just tell me everything you can and let's go from there. Barbed Head, stop stalling and go straight to the matter of true import. We know we know she's the murderer, therefore it's time for her confession. Your benevolence? What brings the royal priestess to a place like this? I am watching over this lawyer to keep him from tampering with anything in this case. Now, out with it. Confess to your crime. But please, your benevolence, could you please take it down a notch or three? Maya, please tell me what you can. I know this must be difficult, but anything you can remember might help. Sure, okay. I didn't kill the High Priest. I wouldn't even dream of it. I mean, he always treated me so well. Abbot Inmee was an important figure with a ton of duties, including training acolytes. He was really kind, even to a foreigner like me. He even invited me over to his house whenever I was between training sessions. How could I ever kill someone like that? He sounds like a really good person. I think I would have liked him. It was so much fun. I got to enjoy meals with his family and everything. And his wife was a master of Karainese cuisine. I've never eaten better in my life. It's like they were her family and home away from home in this foreign land. They must have been a source of comfort with her being here for training all alone. But what? I can't completely deny the charge either. Huh? As I suspected, the snake has shown her true colors at last. Your benevolence, please, I'm trying to figure out what really happened here. So what do you mean you can't completely deny the charge? Well, during the purification rite, I suddenly got really sleepy. Next thing I knew, Abbot Inmee was... You suddenly got sleepy. So then you didn't actually see the High Priest get murdered? No, I didn't, but if I was possessed by some crazed spirit while I was asleep, then... What an excuse. How dare you pin your crime on another person's soul? Be honest. What you call training is but an extended vacation in reality. And the training here is simply for prestige. And no, it's not like that at all. I'm training to become the master of the Quran channeling technique. A neophyte practitioner such as you becoming a channeling master? I think not. The spiritual power required is beyond the means of an outsider like you. Rafa seems to really hate fakers. But Maya does actually have the power to channel spirits. I should let Rafa know. Your benevolence, I wouldn't call Maya a neophyte because she can already wait, Nick. What? Can I talk to you for a second? Why is she whispering all of a sudden? I want to keep my spirit channeling ability a secret while I'm here, Nick. What? Why? I'll, explain later. Just keep it a secret for now, okay? If you say so. What's that all about? What is all that whispering about over there? Oh, it's nothing, really. Have to ask about this later when Rafa's not allowed. Allowed. Oh, I almost forgot. Nick. Yes? About Abbot Inmee's murder, there was something I noticed that I thought was strange. Oh? So what was it you noticed? Well, you probably won't believe me, but why don't you let me be the judge of that? Okay, so you know that spring? The spring? You mean the pool in front of the Warbod statue? Yes, that. The water in there was dark red. And when I say dark red, I mean blood red. Oh, that? Yeah, I saw it too. You did? Yeah, the High Priest's blood turned it red. Hey, Ryan, thank you so much for the raid. You're coming in right at the end, but... Thank you. What? No, that's not what I meant. The spring was red before he was killed. What? Wait, so it was already red? Even before the High Priest was killed? Yeah, I noticed it during the purification rite, just before I passed out. It's just like the ancient legend says. What ancient legend? Don't mind, you gotta support my bird, bro. It's, yeah, no problem. Just giving you a heads up. The spring shall run red upon Lady Kira's return. It's so good seeing Maya again. Yeah, it is. Horizon raid. Horizon? What were you playing? Zero Dawn? Whoop. Yeah. Oh, cool. This series I never quite got into. That's how it goes, anyway. Hold on. Yes, there is a legend about the Inner Sanctum that says just that. But the water runs red this time thanks to the murder. The police investigation confirmed it. Perhaps your eyes were deceived by the lantern light reflecting off of the water. I don't think that was it, though. An ancient legend, huh? Wonder if it's connected to this murder somehow. On the day of the rite, the water of the spring was already stained red when Abbot Inmee and Maya arrived at the Inner Sanctum. Maya's statement. Nick? Yes? So, actually, there's one more thing. What's up with Maya? She keeps looking over at her benevolence like she's worried what Rafa will think. There's something I want to show you. There is? Found this at the Inner Sanctum after I came to. Is this a letter? It's in Quranese. See that stamp on the far left of the letter? Does it look familiar? This red stamp here, that's the mark of Lady Kira. Oh, right, it looks just like the mark on her forehead. Lady Kira, you say? Let me see that. Pre-ordered Forbidden West and still haven't played it. I've played it since I got your PS5 and also haven't played it. In my case, I do want to play it, but focusing on the backlog. One more thing. Hey, Quillsoft. L? Oh. Because the stutter. Why, this is... What does it say? Do not perform the rite. I know what you are planning. Lady Kira. That sounds like a threat, or a warning. Whoever's pretending to be Lady Kira was pressuring the High Priest to stop the rite. Can't read the words one more thing and not think of Jackie Chan Adventures, yeah. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me, too. Nick, do you think... Wait. First, there's that ancient legend. The spirit shall run red... Wait, we just literally heard this. Now there's also Lady Kira's warning. Plus with a warbod dagger being eyed as the murder weapon. Nick, do you think? No. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. You actually believe that the real Lady Kira returned to kill the High Priest? Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? Historical figures don't come back to life. I mean, give me a break. But... You were saying only yesterday how it was more fun to believe that she's the real deal. Yeah, yesterday! I wish I could keep on entertaining that fantasy too. But the fact is, we're dealing with a murder here. Thus my days of dreaming have come to an end. I'm going to keep it real from now on. And you should too, Nick. Thought you said I was the boring one because I was keeping it real. Sorry, I guess I've outgrown that stepladder argument we've always had. I think you mean ladder, Maya. Keeping it real. So what do you mean by keeping it real? Oh, so you know how someone's dressing up like Lady Kira and capturing rebels, right? Oh, you mean the rebel hunter Lady Kira in the papers? Yeah, that one. I think that's who probably sent this warning. What nonsense is this? You dare to suggest that Abbot Inmee was slain by Lady Kira? You nincompoop! Eek! Rebel hunter is sure to be a vigilante who loves this kingdom, and it is that patriotism that led him to cloak their identity in the guise of Lady Kira. Such a patriot would never slay the High Priest. Guess it's only natural for Princess Rayfa to see it that way, but I can't let it go at that. Besides, why would such a vigilante want to stop the purification rite in the first place? I haven't figured that one out yet. I rest my case. Still, if this rebel hunter had a compelling enough reason, they might have killed the High Priest after he ignored their warning. You big dummy, you can't fool me. It was you who forged that warning letter. You're trying to shed your guilt onto our most sacred Lady Kira. Admit it. No, I'd never do such a thing. Now, your benevolence, let's try to remain rational about this. Maya, did you show that letter to the police? No. I was afraid that it would anger everybody needlessly. So I was waiting to show it to you, Nick. Wah. And judging by her benevolence's reaction, I'd say Maya was also right to be worried. Wait, what are... There are a number of places on this letter where there are 3 holes in a row. Are these supposed to be some sort of message, too? It looks like they fold over each other. We'll be finding out any time soon, I suspect. Appears to be from Lady Kira to the High Priest. There are holes in rows of 3 all over it. Alright, accused, wrap it up. Guess they have more questions for me. Yeah, at least I have a better idea of what we're up against now. Nick, there's something I've been meaning to say. I don't need a lawyer this time. What are you talking about? It's just, you know, they have that Defense Culpability Act here in Khura'in, right? Well, if I'm found guilty, you'll be charged with abetting a criminal. Maya, thanks for thinking of me, but... Don't worry, Maya. We'll pull through this together somehow. We always have, haven't we? Yeah, but we're not in Kansas anymore, you know? No, you mean East LA. True, but I've been through one trial here already, so I know what I'm getting myself into. We're going to win this one, no matter what. Because I believe in your innocence. Yeah, I know. We've always won because of your faith in me. That's right, so it's all aboard the Phoenix Freedom Express. The PFE. Thank you, Nick. Well, I'll see you later. What? Why are they not fading out? There must be an issue happening with this collection. Bravado will not save you tomorrow, and by then it will be too late to ask for mercy. We're going to beat this charge, you'll see. I don't care to understand every single word that was spoken, but I don't like the sound of that Phoenix Freedom Express one bit. Wait, don't tell me you don't know what Freedom Express refers to. Ugh. Of course I know. Do not presume to know what I do not know. Hey, Jacob. What's the puns this time? Rafa is an actual, like, Indian name. So, I don't know. I think it's in relation to the flower on her pendant. I'm no closer to understanding why someone would want the High Priest dead. But given the use of the War Ba dagger and the existence of the warning letter, say the rebel hunter disguises Lady Kira as the prime suspect. Might help if I knew a little more about this modern-day Lady Kira. Wonder if anyone has any info on them. Maybe the first thing I should do is go someplace where locals like to gather. Alright, I'm actually going to stop there. This is like the perfect place to stop. I thought we were at the end of this day, but we're not. Cliffhanger. If they ever bring the older Layton games to Steam, would you play them, Michael? I mean, I would just stream the DS versions, honestly. I have not finished the Layton series, though. I've played the first the 4 games that were on the DS. I started the first 3DS game and never finished it. And I saw the movie. And have played the mobile phone Layton Brothers game, which is weird because it's like canon but also not canon. So I've missed a lot of the series, but I would love to stream that at some point. Only played the first trilogy of games. Honestly, that's the peak. Starting with the first game and ending with the third game is like it's so good. Hits right in the heart. They're releasing the newest Layton game on Steam and PS5 too. I'm cautiously optimistic about it. I'm just worried because Level 5 is seemingly going all in on Gen AI, and that's a big no-no for me. That said, New World of Steam has been in the works for a while, so I imagine it's not using any Gen AI. God, we just took his meds. Hopefully I could sleep again. Looks tight. Take care, board. Later, chat. In what way with Gen AI? Well, they said straight up in their latest, like, presentation that they're looking forward to using generative AI in their work. So I don't know if it's already there. I don't know if it's not. Apparently, the new Inazuma 11 game had like an AI generated localization, I think. But yeah, it's not great. And I'm hoping that when the AI crash finally goes through, they'll be the first to hopefully back out and come to their senses. Not the games themselves are using AI, just their game take a long time to make. True, I don't think anything they've had in motion now is using AI, but I think that Yokai Watch spin-off that they want to do is absolutely going to use it, because the trailers seem to be AI generated, apparently. Or the key art is using AI, I don't know. Steven puts the thing saying have AI and you need to tell them so they label with it, yeah. PS5 game should have an AI warning too. Stay beautiful because you are awesome. Aw, thanks, Azu. You have a good sleep. Anyway. Where's back to menu? Save. Alright. I think that does it for streams this week. I may be here Saturday. I don't know. But I can tell you what you can expect. Next week, expect more Ace Attorney. Expect more Tomodachi Life. Maybe I'll do another Sonic Racing stream. Probably not. I don't think there's anything else for me to stream in that game right now. Maybe when the next festival happens. And I think, since Pragmata's looking a little rough right now on Switch 2, I think I might wait and see if they patch it before I commit to it. I'm thinking, though, that once the schedule frees up a bit, I'm going to do off, and then I'm going to probably do Kingdom Hearts 2, assuming there's no major release that's going to be announced that comes out in like a week or like the next month or so. But yeah, stick around for more streams. If you want to watch more streams, you can check out twitch.tv/team/littlespace. I almost said my old team name for some reason. It's just me and Writer Fluff streaming, so KH2 just 300%ed it. Nice. Mika plays. Okay, hold on. Let me copy that. Copy that. I will raid them. I don't think there's anyone on my Twitch list that I have not raided in recent memory here. Or that's streaming for the first time in a while. No, looks pretty empty, yeah. Mika Plays with 2 A's. I do not follow them, so it's a good time to raid. Alright, everyone. Take care. If I'm not here Saturday, have a great weekend. I don't know if I'm here Saturday, I don't know what I'm going to stream. I'll have to figure that out. But take care, everyone. You have a good night and a good weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, and say hi to Mika Plays.
No.
Don't be rude, Toho.